What's good, Commanders fans? Huge game on Sunday, man. Huge game. Starts this back-to-back, these back-to-back games against the Giants, man. This is a huge game. And I feel like we need to sweep them, honestly. I feel like we need to sweep them. We need to send a message. We need to set the tone and let people know we're not playing around. Big playoff implications. We are 7-5. The Giants are 7-4. So this is a huge game. You know, the national media, they're starting to give us respect. You listen to Ryan Clark saying that we got a college atmosphere, Orlovsky. I mean, who cares what they say? But the national media is starting to give us our respect. So we got to be humble, stay humble. Big hat energy. Shout out to Brian Robinson. This is going to be a big game for him. But as always, we started with the injury report here. So a lot of history. I mean, he's undefeated against the Giants. So let's see if he can keep that going. This is a big game for Taylor, man. It is. He's just got to be a game manager and not turn the ball over. That's a huge thing for him. So let's start off with the injury report. I mean, major storylines are just, you know, this is like the Spider-Man meme. We really are similar teams. We're looking at ourselves in the mirror. They want to run the football. We want to run the football. We want to stop the run. They haven't been doing a good job of stopping the run. They want to manage the game with their quarterbacks. We want to manage the game with our quarterbacks. So we're basically we're a similar team. We are just super, super similar. The Giants are banged up. They're getting some guys back, though. We're pretty banged up, too. Now, the news for today, Ben St. Juste, he is out on Sunday, our corner. Now, the Giants, they don't have any stud wide. Now, Darius Slayton, I'm not going to sleep on him. I think he's a solid wide receiver. He's beaten us in the past. He had a big catch against the Cowboys last week on Thursday on Thanksgiving. So I'm not going to sleep on Darius Slayton. Dax Milne is out, so Alex Erickson, he has to step up at that punt returner position. Trey Turner's going to be out, so Sam Cosmi, he'll probably be starting at guard on Sunday. And Cornelius Lucas will be playing at right tackle, Lano at left, and Norwell at left guard, and Tyler Larson at the center. So, I mean, we'll see how Sam Cosmi does. I mean, a lot of scouts said that he would be good at guard, and we've seen tackles transition to that guard spot and play Eric Flowers, Brandon Sheriff. They transitioned and played really well at guard. So let's see if Sam Cosmi can do that. Now, he does have an injured hand, so we'll see how he does. But I think he'll do a darn good job. I really do. He has position flex, like Ron Rivera loves to talk about. Questionable is Antonio Gibson with his foot injury. Now, he did practice today. Chase Young with the knee injury is also questionable as well. You know, it is what it is on Chase, man. I don't want to rush him back. But if he's back after the bye week, then Ron Rivera also said that he could play on Sunday. There's a possibility, but we've seen this song and dance. Rivera said he had a good day today. We're going to evaluate him on Sunday. So, like I said before, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The D-line is playing really good football right now. John Allen, Deron Payne, Montez Sweat, they're all playing at a Pro Bowl level right now. They definitely should be making a Pro Bowl this year for sure. John Allen's playing at an All-Pro level. Deron Payne at times has played at an All-Pro level as well this year. And Casey Toohill has played solid. F.A. Obata, John Ridgway, suplexing people. Who else? James Smith-Williams, he's been okay. He's been fine. So, but Chase Young definitely would add talent to the D-line. But Jack Del Rio, he said, you know, Chase has to not make it about him. You know, it's kind of weird that Jack is saying that. You know, did he really felt the need to say that? It's really peculiar to say the least. But Chase will help when he comes back. But like I said, I'm not rushing him to come back because the D-line's playing good football anyway. On the Giants side, they have like 20 people on their injury list. This was Thursday. They didn't practice. They haven't put their injury report out just yet. Ordori Jackson, he's going to be out. That's one of their best corners. Fabian Moreau is most likely going to be playing, the former Commander. Shane Lemieux did not practice. Darius Slayton didn't practice, but he's going to play. Bellinger, the tight end, he was limited. Their offensive line, they're banged up. They just have a revolving door in the interior spot. Evan Neal is coming back, their rookie offensive tackle who went to Bama. Tyree Phillips was a full participant. Leonard Williams was limited. I heard Azeez Ojulari, he might play on Sunday. We'll see. So there's just so many guys. Darnay Holmes, limited. He was getting cooked on Thursday by the Cowboys. So I think that's a guy that we should definitely go after in their secondary. He was limited. So he most likely will be playing on Sunday. So they got a lot of guys that are in and out of the lineup. So, all right. But let's get the keys to victory. So before we do, this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Super, super easy, guys. You go down, you use the link down below my description box. You click on that link. You type in my promo code, it's real Ed Oliver. You get a 100% deposit match. You pick 2 to 5 players. It's super, super easy. So these are my picks for this week. They gave us, they have a really easy, this pick is really, Curtis Samuel over under 7.5 rushing yards. I easily picked the over. If you look at the past games, he's had like easily over 7 yards rushing. And Scott Turner, he loves to do jet sweeps. He loves to do reverses. So I think this is a pretty easy pick for Curtis Samuel. Price picks, they might fool around and change it to like 10 or 11 and a half rushing yards before Sunday. So we'll see. I think you guys should get this pick in now as soon as possible. My other pick is Terry McLaurin, 4.5 catches, over under. I'm gonna go with the over. He had 4 the past 2 weeks, but he's been over that. He was over that against the Eagles. He was over that against the Vikings, I think, and he was over that against the Colts, I want to say as well. So, I mean, he gets the most targets. Jahan doesn't get targets. Curtis barely gets targets. The one guy that really does get targets is Terry, so he's going to get catches. He's going to get over 5 catches in this game, especially with Fabian Moreau guarding him and Darnay Holmes guarding him or whoever their corners are. They're not going to be able to stop Terry. It's just the only thing that can Taylor get him the football. Taylor has to settle down and not overthrow Terry like he did in the red zone. Can we get a touchdown for Terry this game? So I would pick the over on both of those plays right there. Those are super easy picks. So you just you deposit $50, they match you for $50, $100, they match you $100 deposit match. You just got to use my promo code RealEdOliver. Prize picks, super easy. Download the app, use my promo code right there. So, all right, keys to victory. I already said, run the football. That ties into it. Curtis Samuel, Gibson, John Williams, of course, Brian Robinson, big head energy. We got to run the football, man. The Giants are pretty darn bad at stopping the run. They've been pretty darn bad the last couple of weeks. Here's some numbers that I found here regarding the Giants, how bad they've been. The Giants allow 3.15 yards before contact per rush, which is 3rd worst in the NFL. They're 28th in rushing yards allowed, and they're also 30th. They're ranked 30th in yards per carry allowed. They're averaging about over 5 yards per carry. They gave a good amount of yards to Zeke Elliott last week. They gave a good amount of yards to Damian Pierce, DeAndre Swift, and the Lions. They gave a good amount of rushing yards. So they've really been gashed in the run game. Now, they do have good defensive linemen in Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams. They have good personnel, but their linebackers definitely can be had. Jalen Smith, who can barely move. They just don't have a lot of depth at their linebacker spot. Micah McFadden, O'Shane Zamines. Kayvon Thibodeau is a good pass rusher as well. So they have a good D-line, don't get me wrong, but they just have not been able to stop the run at all. And you have to run the football. I mean, this is our identity. Run the football, stop the run, control the clock, time of possession. It's the same thing. Ugly football. Joey Sly's got to make his kicks. He was the NFC Special Teams Player of the Month. I was kind of surprised, but he was 10 out of 10 on field goals. He just had a hiccup, a bad miss on the extra point. I was upset with him for that, but congrats to him for winning Special Teams Player of the Week or of the month. Tress Way is going to be big in this game too. I feel like there's going to be a good amount of punts from the Giants and from us. It's going to be a ball control, field battle, field position battle. Tress Way punting the ball into their 5-yard line, inside the 5, stuff like that. It's going to be that kind of ugly type of football game. It's going to be like 40 degrees. It's going to be good weather, sunny and whatnot. It's not going to be windy, but it's going to be a good football game. So obviously running the football, limit turnovers, force a turnover. Derek Forrest, Cam Curl, Jamin Davis, the whole D-line. Kendall Fuller's been getting picks back-to-back weeks. Let's see if we can force an interception. Feed Terry McLaurin. I talked about that. 5 catches. You got to get at least 5 catches. You got at least 6 or 7 catches. I don't see anybody that can check him. No corner can check him. We got to get him the football. Go after Darnay Holmes, Fabian Moreau, whoever it is. Target those guys and give the ball to Terry McLaurin. Get him a chance to get the football. Like I said, Curtis Samuel, some misdirection. They struggle. The Giants defense, they struggle against misdirection. They struggle against outside runs. Antonio Gibson, this could be a good game for him. Of course, Brian Robinson. Almost forgot to start off. Ron Rivera is he's always my key to victory. Always. Challenges, timeouts, clock management, 2-point conversions. We all remember what happened 2 years ago when he made that boneheaded decision when it came down to that last play. Take the points. Take the point. It's okay to punt. It's okay to take the points. It's okay to go to overtime. I feel like if we go to overtime, we'll win. I just have a hunch. I just have a feeling like that. I feel like this game definitely could go to overtime. But if we get the ball, it's 20-19, and we just scored. Kick the extra point. Do not go for 2. 4th down decision making is going to be huge as well. If we're on our own, I'm not. If Ron wants to go for a 4th down, I'm all for it during the game. But if it's the last second of the game and it's 2019, please kick the extra point. 4th downs, I'm okay. If we're on our own 49-yard line and it's 4th and 1, run the ball with Brian Robinson. Quarterback sneak. I want to see that because Brian Robinson, he's been getting those tough yards. He's been playing that grown man football. Moving on to the defense, John Bates, Logan Thomas, get those guys involved too. John Bates looked really good last week. Efficiency in the red zone. You got to take care of the red zone. We got to get touchdowns over field goals, and we got to get stops in the red zone as well. Be ready for the blitz on the offensive side of the ball as well. Be ready for the blitz. Wink Martindale likes the blitz a lot. So I would like to see some tight end screens to John Bates, Logan Thomas. We don't use those enough. I want to see some tight end screens out there. On the defensive side of the ball, we're going to make this real simple. Hold Saquon Barkley to under 60 yards on the ground. He struggled against the Cowboys. He struggled against the Lions. Those losses, both teams were able to contain Saquon Barkley. We have to contain. We cannot let him get off. Now, Daniel Jones, I don't call him Danny Fumbles anymore because I haven't called him that this season because he has not turned the ball over at a high rate like he used to. He's actually controlled the ball. He's been a really, really good game manager, and that's all they needed him to do to win football games. Is just let Saquon take over the game. Saquon is the head of the snake. He's the heart and soul of that team. If we can contain Saquon Barkley, we should win this game. Daniel Jones, he can run, man, just like Mariota last week. They're going to run some run options, replay options, all kind of design runs for Daniel Jones. That's what they did against us on Thursday Night Football. Last year, Daniel Jones ran for 90 yards. He went crazy on us. So this year, we have been doing a really, really good job against running quarterbacks, except for the Marcus Mariota game. We have to be ready for those design runs from Daniel Jones as well. Get ready for that. And Darius Slayton, Kendall Fuller, this is a good matchup for him. Has to contain Darius Slayton as well. He's gotten a couple big plays the last couple of weeks, so we have to contain him. They have some other wide receivers that, they're not big name guys, but, some of the guys are kind of fast and they can hurt you a little bit. Isaiah Hodgins, we got to take a look at him. Marcus Johnson, he's pretty fast as well. Kenny Galladay has been awful. We do not want to let him get his first touchdown as a Giant. He has 0 touchdowns as a Giant in his career. That is crazy. As much money as they signed him for. Interior pressure. Montez, Daron Payne, John Allen, they just got to keep eating, man. They got to get to Daniel Jones. They got to force him. They got to get some pressure on him. I want us to get at least one fumble on Daniel Jones. Let's turn him back into Danny Fumbles. Montez Sweat out there eating against Andrew Thomas or Evan Neal. So those are my keys to victory, man. Pretty simple stuff. I mean, we play a simple kind of, we got to wrap up and tackle. We didn't do a great job at tackling last week. We got to do better at that. And of course, Alex Harrison filled the punch. Joey Sly, make your kicks, trust Way. He's going to be super, super important this week as well. So, and we got to contain Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau as well. Their D-line is nothing to sleep on at all. So, prediction, man. It's a simple game. Like I said, both teams play the same way. Time of possession, ball control, keep away, smash mouth football, running the football. I think we got to get at least 35 rushing attempts to win this game. That's been the formula for winning this game. And it's going to come down to, of course, Taylor Heinicke. Can he limit the mistakes? In the fourth quarter, he threw a pick against the Vikings. In the fourth quarter, he threw a pick against the Colts. In the fourth quarter, he threw a pick against the Eagles. Right before the half, he threw a terrible pick against the Vikings. Could have threw another pick against right before the half, he threw a pick against the Falcons. And then he almost threw another pick where the guy dropped it from the Falcons. Before they got the corner, AJ Terrell almost had a pick, but he dropped it. Is the luck going to continue? I'm not going to call it luck. Are the fortunate things going to continue for Taylor Heinicke? Because if he plays bad this week and in the bye week, they may think about putting Carson Wentz back in, which I don't think they should do. But and I want to see them use Taylor to run as well. This team, they cannot stop the run. Please use Taylor as a runner. He is a good dual threat quarterback. He can use his legs and run, man. So switch this up, Scott. Use some versatility, but keep playing smash mouth football. Of course, don't get too cute. But at the same time, I think Taylor can definitely be used in the run game as well. Keep these guys off balance, using play action as well. So I do want to see Taylor be involved in the run game. But he's got to settle down, especially in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a close game all the way. No team, I don't see either team capable of blowing the other team out unless there's a terrible turnover, a fumble or something like that, and a pick six and a scoop and score or something like that. That's the only way I can see this team, any team getting blown out and running away with it at all. So yes, my prediction I have is winning 20-17. I can see 17-14. I can see 13-10. That's how low scoring I can see this game being. I can see it being an ugly smash mouth football. That's what it's going to be, and I can't wait. 1 o'clock, and then the game next week when we play them in 2 weeks, it might be flexed to Saturday. So, hey man, I'm excited for this game. I'm pumped, man. I might be staying up the whole time I watch this game. I'm super pumped, man. Let's play football. When's the last time we had a legitimate, meaningful game? Probably the Kirk Cousins versus Giants game. That was the last time we had a legitimate playoff atmosphere kind of game against the Giants, to be honest with you. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. The NFC East is back, man. We're the NFC Beast right now. Everybody's playing good football. Everybody's in the playoffs right now, so let's keep it that way. Now, the Seahawks, they're right on our tails right now. I gotta look with it. I think they played the Colts or somebody pretty bad. No, the Eagles play the Colts. But that's just the playoff race right now. We're in 7th, and we beat the Giants. I feel like we can definitely move it to 6. Gotta sweep them, man. So this is we control our own destiny right now. We smell blood right now. We're gonna go for the kill, man. They got a lot of injuries. They can't stop the run, and that's our strength. Brian Robinson's got to get at least 60, 70 yards out there. Taylor Heinicke just has to relax and limit the mistakes. right now. And Terry McLaurin go off. De'Ami Brown, I don't want to forget about him. I feel like he might be he might get a big catch. Cam Sims, he might fall and get a big catch, like a game-sealing catch or something like that. I feel like it's gonna be somebody sneaky who steps up in this game. All right, you guys let me know what you guys think. I got us winning 17-14. Everybody have a good weekend. Hail the Commanders. Peace.